start by the status of the track and trace in Algeria. So I would like to invite Mr. Mehdi. Mr. Mehdi is the Director of Information System and Digitalization in the Ministry of Pharmaceutical Industry. Mr. Mehdi?
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Hi, yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Good. Okay. Do I have to share my presentation for my own desk?
You, you can share it, or I share it already. And I can unshare. Yes, you can share it.
Okay, I prefer you can share it, please. I will
Okay.
tell you the next.
Okay, very good, very good.
So,
Yes.
first of all, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Mr. Ahmed Dawood for his outstanding efforts for organization for the first TraceHub Global Virtual Community meeting and for the continuous dedication to advancing global pharmaceutical traceability initiatives. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm very happy to be here today to share with you a short presentation, less than 10 minutes, of the current progress of and key milestones of the pharmaceutical serialization project in Algeria. Next, please. So the project of serialization project in Algeria, the pharmaceutical serialization project in Algeria, has been entrusted to the Department of Information System, Digitalization and Documentation of the Ministry of Pharmaceutical Industry. The Directorate is notably responsible for proposing and implementing the serialization strategy for pharmaceutical products and medical device, supporting pharmaceutical establishment in implementing serialization product process for pharmaceutical products and medical device. This provision reflects the particular importance given by the Algerian authority for the serialization product in Algeria. Next. So, for the moment, in a first phase, the traceability system adopted in Algeria will be based on an end-to-end approach. This verification performed at the point of dispensing, manufacturer, importers, community pharmacies, and hospital pharmacies. However, nothing prevents the implementation of aggregation, which will further strengthen pharmaceutical traceability and increase transparency through the supply chain. The year of 2025 was a very important year for the process in Algeria. In January, we have supervision and monitoring of the launch of the first pilot project of serialization of pharmaceutical product at the unit of manufacturer Saidal at Chergel in Algiers. Also, on June 2025, we make another big step, the adoption of international standard of pharmaceutical product coding and marking through the Algerian Institute of Standardization, IANOR, the ISO standard, and also GS1 standard, like standard of GTN, GLN, and all reference presented by our friend, Mr. Haytham. In October 2025, publication of the ministerial order establishing the technical specification and the requirements for the importation of pharmaceutical product and medical device intended for human use in Algeria. In November 2025, we have seen development of guidelines of the implementation of requirements for the application of the two-dimensional data matrix code bar on imported pharmaceutical product. In April 2026, we have preparing and the publication for consultation purpose of the national serialization strategy in his draft version. Next. Other actions. Inclusion of the National Serialization Product among priority project in the High Commission of Digitalization Action Plan 25-2026. Engagement with international experts to benefit from their experience in implementing pharmaceutical serialization product system, aiming to adopt best practice and ensure compliance with international standards. Communication and participation in pharmaceutical events. The Directorate actively contribute to awareness and support of stockholders to participate in several events and scientific days, including days organized by events with GS1 Algeria. Next, please. So in this project, we have some implementation constraints. The first is implementation costs. Installing serialization system and integrating them into existing process will impact pharmaceutical companies' business plan and require significant funding and may affect existing product lines, requiring reclarification and revalidation of the quality system. Regularity development, establishment serialization regulation in complex and requires coordination between ministries and all stockholders with clear objective and effective monitoring. Next. Needs of implementation of the national serialization system in Algeria. Diversification of solution providers to ensure competition and optimal selection. Mobilization of financial research for national repository implementation software and also equipments. Deployment of a robust cybersecurity solution. Large-scale pilot project with dedicated funding and technical research. Technical support for drafting specification and compliance with regulatory and technical standards. Strengthening international cooperation and sharing best practice with countries that have already implemented serialization system like Egypt and some other countries. Next. So in our strategy, the future action to be implemented is mandatory application of 2D data matrix barcodes on locally manufactured drug packaging. Establishment of a national serialization repository like a big data. Mandatory of the aggregation. And interoperability with international serialization system, maybe like trust system implemented by UNICEF and World Health Organization. Next. Next, please.
This is the last slide, Mr. Mehdi.
Okay, so it's a short presentation of a local project of serialization of product in Algeria. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Mehdi. Just one quick question. What we saw that you said some of the challenges. What would you consider to be one of the biggest practical challenges in terms of implement compliance? Obviously costs, but could that be broken down maybe into stakeholder buy-in or technology readiness or anything like that? What is your experience shown so far as that potential big?
I think it's the biggest challenge is to the installing of serialization system in existing process in pharmaceutical companies, because the cost is now is a high costing, and including that in her business plan is the most difficult thing. I think we have already joined with their experimentation.
Mr. Mehdi, but of course, thank you for this informative session. I have one, I think, very important question. Most of the attendees will need to ask this question. What's the timeline we can expect for mandating the serialization and aggregation? I know that there is a mandate announced in the starting of 2027. What is the timeline you expect to implement serialization and aggregation in Algeria?
So as you say that for the important product, the deadline is for the 2027, and we have also many of imported products have been marketed with a 2-bar data matrix yet. So for the product manufactured in Algeria, the deadline maybe it will be in the 2030. So in above 40 years, this deadline is performed and decided with collaboration with many of pharmaceutical manufacturers in Algeria, and we decide to have a deadline about 4 years to implement all the project of 2-bar data matrix for the manufacturer's product in Algeria. So 4 years.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Mehdi. I think Mr. Charles will be one of our speakers today. Have a question. Mr. Charles, I think you can unmute yourself and ask your question, please. Or if you face any problem in yes, you can unmute yourself. Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm struggling with technology. I pressed the wrong button, Ahmed. I do apologize. I didn't mean to raise my hand to ask a question.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mehdi, thank you very much for your informative session. It really means a lot for us to have an eye on what happened in Algeria. Algeria is one of the promising market, have around more than 250 manufacturers. So I think most of the attendees needs to know what is the status in Algeria. So thank you very much for your time, for your valuable time, and I hope this is will be the start to more and more session in the near future.
I hope so. Thank you. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next step, I hope.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, let's Justin, let's fasten again our seatbelt to move to another country. We finish.
Yeah.
We have a very good session in Algeria. Now let's move to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is one of the countries that has decided to go for the track and trace last year, and they have really a good steps up to now. Let's invite Mr. Nathan. Mr. Nathan is the external medicine assessor in EFD.